So you know it can work making the switch to a whole food plant-based diet. To talk more about what it actually looks like and what the health benefits are and how to make that switch are Dr. Nida with Reidsville Oncology Associates and Dr. Ross with Cone Health Medical Group Heart Care. Dr. Nida, what is whole food plant-based eating? Is that just like being a vegetarian?
Whole food plant-based diet generally means that the food has to be in its natural form, minimally processed. That way, when you see it on a plate, you can tell what it is. That's in a nutshell what it means by whole food plant-based diet. So to answer your question more directly, we have a clear consensus showing that whole food plant-based diet benefits people, and you can safely recommend it.
So I want to know more about what it looks like. Dr. Ross, what would you have for breakfast, for example?
So I recommend for people for breakfast, well, one, do you need breakfast? That was a question there, but you need to get adequate protein. If you're going to have breakfast, maybe a plain Greek yogurt with whole fruit where you warm up and blend in with your yogurt. You could consider eggs. Eggs are a good source of nutrition. They got a bad rap for a long time. You could even have a very lean meat. Again, naturally grass-fed meat, eggs, vegetables, hard to bring in. Some people do fermented things for breakfast depending on your background. So some grains, if you're going to have grains, I tend to tell people to keep things minimal. Your carbohydrates are not essential. A whole oatmeal, unprocessed oatmeal, like a steel oat, something that's not processed. But I tend to tell people to minimize the carbohydrates. Go for the vegetables, protein, fruit through the day.
When we talk about not processed food, does that mean just food with one ingredient on the list?
I think it's finding food that doesn't come in a box. If you have a label on the side that has the list of ingredients, that's processed. If it has, I tell patients if it had roots, if it has hooves, if it has feet, if it has fins, then you think of that as unprocessed. But where there's a lot of chemistry involved and you can't pronounce the name, that's processed food. It lacks fiber and it has a lot of things. Sugar is hidden in many things under many names, and that's where the danger comes in.
Okay, we talked about breakfast. What about lunch? What would you have for that, Dr. Ross?
Lunch, I think getting vegetables, bringing in vegetables of different kinds, whether you have a salad, you have legumes as your source of protein, and then adding maybe a lean protein to that, or again, if you hadn't had eggs, have eggs. But when you look at the week, you want to challenge yourself with as many vegetables. The vegetables is the base of your pyramid. If you're going to think of a pyramid, we tend to think of a plate more, but you think of lots of vegetables, up to 30 different kinds in a day. Mix it up because your gut enjoys the variety.
Dr. Nida, what are your go-to snacks that you eat?
I generally snack with fruits or all kinds of nuts. You can use legumes to snack. Again, to add to Dr. Ross's point, you can eat burger. You can make, for example, mushroom burger, or as long as it's made of whole food, you can eat whole wheat pasta, whole wheat bread. You can be creative as long as you source that from minimally processed or unprocessed items. Snacks, nuts are great snacks. Fruits are great snack options as well.
Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to keep going with this on the other side of the break. More tips about how to change your diet to be healthier. That's coming up.